There are so many people who are facing problems and difficulties in life after their retirement, even though they planned for retirement. But why? What are the difficulties they're facing? Let's find out and let's see how you can avoid them in your retirement. Welcome, I'm Sabrina from retireon.com.au. Today we're going to talk about the 5 most common difficulties that people face in their retirement lives. If you're having difficulties right now, this video might tell you where they're coming from and help you get over them. And if you're just planning, well, then this is great. You get a chance to avoid them. Number 5, being overly committed to support your adult children. Well, it's very tempting to support your children if they need it. I am a mom myself and I can clearly see that. But eventually you have to cut the financial cord. The best way to do this is if you include your children in your retirement planning. There's actually 3 benefits to that. First, they get to experience what it means to plan for retirement, and they'll be able to apply this to their retirement in the future. Second, they get to understand why you can't further support them. And third, it reduces the likelihood that you have to move in with your children in the future. I mean, if you want to do that, you still can. Number 4, thinking it's too late to start something new. Well, people often underestimate the years in retirement. They can't wait to retire because they need a lot of free time to go through their bucket list. They want to travel, they have hobbies or house projects. But this is only fun for a few years. It can get monotone or boring, or you can run out of money to support your travel plans. And people, they live longer and in better health than ever. So yes, you can be facing 15 or 20 years in retirement in which you're physically and mentally fit. So how do you fill those years? Well, it's a great opportunity to learn something new, a new skill, or you could start doing investments that will maybe even help you financially in the later years of your retirement. It's never too late to start something new. What I mean, it will bring purpose to your life and it will bring meaning to it. And this will make your retirement very happy and successful. Number 3, applying for Social Security at the wrong time. Yes, of course you're going to apply for Social Security, but when is the right time? People often apply at the wrong time. So you're eligible to apply for Social Security at 62. But if you do that, you're not getting full payments. You get full payments at your full retirement age, which is somewhere between 66 and 67, depending on the year born. And if you keep working a little bit after 62, well, they further reduce your payments. Now you've reached your full retirement age. Should you apply for it now? Yes, of course you can. As I said, you'll get full payments. But there's a big but, and it especially applies to singles and the higher income earning spouse in a couple. If you wait until 70, you could boost your payments by 6 to 8% a year. This is quite a lot. Let's look at an example. Let's say at your full retirement age, you get $1,500 per month from Social Security. If you wait until 70, you could boost your payments to $1,980 a month. This is $480 more. So yes, I think it makes sense to wait until 70 in that case. Why is it 70? Well, at 70 this increase stops, so you may as well apply at 70. As I said, this applies to the singles or the higher income earning spouse. So what if you're the lower income earning spouse? Well, it usually doesn't pay out to wait until 70 to claim, because once you sign up at your full retirement age, you get a choice between your benefits or the spouse's benefits based on your spouse records. And usually that payment is higher than the payment you would receive if you wait until 70. I hope this makes sense to you. Number 2, Medicare and not having it thought through. A lot of people retire early and then realize they're not eligible for Medicare until 65 and they have to get their own private health insurance, and this can be a very big cost. And then once they're eligible, they actually forget to enroll. So when can you enroll? 3 months before your 65th birthday and 3 months after it. If you miss that window, you have to wait to the general enrollment period, which starts every year on the 1st of January and goes until the 31st of March. So don't forget to enroll. And the other thing people get surprised with is that Medicare doesn't cover everything. You may want to get some supplement plans to help you with that. And the other thing people don't think through is long-term care, having a plan for what you want to happen if you suddenly or gradually get ill or disabled. It can lead to very expensive mistakes that can drain your retirement savings very quickly if there's no plan in place. And not to forget the mental load for your relatives and family if they have to decide in your place. Private health insurance and Medicare don't cover long-term care, so maybe you want to have a look at long-term care insurance. Number 1, expenses. People often underestimate the expenses in retirement life. It often happens that in the early years of retirement, people spend exactly the same amount than what they spent when they were working. The main thing they underestimate is transportation. They think because they're not working anymore and therefore not commuting anymore, that they're going to spend less. But this is wrong. Retirees actually do the same amount of trips or even more trips than working people. This makes it the second biggest cost in retirement right after housing. The other thing that happens is because they're spending so much more money in the early years of retirement that there's this compound effect which significantly reduces the money at the end. And this gets even more significant because people tend to live longer and healthier than ever. People often don't know about their life expectancy and don't take this into consideration when planning for their retirement. And it's very important. I actually made another video just about that, life expectancy. Go over and have a look. The other thing that can cause problems, financially speaking, in your retirement is if you don't have a withdrawal strategy for your savings. Traditionally, financial advisors would say you should withdraw 4% of your savings accounts per year. As there's a bigger than 4% increase in your savings per year, you're not going to run out of money. In this video, I don't want to go into if this is the right strategy or not, but I want you to have a strategy. The other thing that I want to suggest is that you withdraw from all your accounts a bit each time. You have taxable accounts, your cash, your DCs or liquid assets. Then's the tax-referred accounts, the IRA or 401k, and the tax-free accounts, the Roth IRA. And one important thing to mention here is, did you know that from the age of 70.5 years, there's a minimal distribution you have to take out of your 401k or IRA account? If you don't do that, there's a penalty that applies. It can be a tax up to 50% that's being charged to the amounts that you haven't withdrawn on time. So that could just be another expense you haven't planned for. So these are the 5 most common mistakes that people do in their retirement. Let's have a look again. Number 5, being overly committed to supporting adult children. You should cut the financial cord, but include them in your retirement planning process so they understand why. Number 4, thinking it's too late to start something new. No, it's never too late. If you start something new, it will bring purpose and meaning to your life. Number 3, Social Security. Apply at the right moment to get the maximum payments. Number 2, Medicare. Don't forget to apply and look at the supplement plans and think about long-term care insurance. And number 1, expenses. Don't underestimate your expenses in retirement life, especially transportation, and stick to a withdrawal plan. So, what do you think about all of this? Have you faced any other difficulties or done another mistake? Please let me know. Comment below, like and subscribe so you get notified when I post a new video. And have a look at my other videos, for example, the life expectancy calculator I mentioned before. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.